How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Just 30 hours into 2021 free agency, I must say, the Los Angeles Lakers winner so far, plenty of shooters surrounding their big three, maybe the most stacked team in NBA history, 1-12, getting young guys on the bargain. I won't be shocked to see some of these guys get traded mid-season, making the chase for another star player. Many of the signings already happened. Here are 10 of the biggest deals of 2021 NBA free agency so far. Starting with Kendrick Nunn of the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 years, $10 million. Absolutely insane. Nunn was the favorite for Rookie of the Year just 2 seasons ago in the beginning of that season. Proved what he can contribute on a winning team. Played big minutes for Miami. We're talking about a player that's going to turn 27 years old, entering the early stages of his prime of his career. The other offers, I would assume, would be somewhere around $30 million. Or $40 million plus, but wanting to ring chase at this early stage, Nunn could have honestly stayed in Miami and chased a ring there. Probably didn't like the way how the team benched him for Goran Dragic. Absolutely absurd getting him at this low of a price. He likely won't play with Westbrook at the same time too much, but if the big three gets tired or banged up sometime in the season, Nunn, the type of guy who can get buckets, played around 30 minutes last season, averaged close to 15 points a game, will play less but proven to be a solid shooter, going 38% from deep last season, has the quickness, at nice might not have room to play big minutes, but a good guy to have with speed and strong finishes around the basket. What a steal. Of course, Malik Monk, still 23 years old, absolutely crazy. LA signed him, also showed great potential in the Hornets backcourt rotation, a team that used to be number 4 in the East last season before all the injuries, shot over 40% from deep in 2021, shown signs of improvement, very streaky guy, provides shooting on the wing, some playmaking to an extent, will be used as a catch and shoot guy. Whenever older guys at times slow down and slack off, Monk can score a couple buckets in a row, a roster that lacked 3-point shooting all of last season, and of course with KCP gone, what a day for Rob Pelinka, also getting Malik Monk. I can continue talking about the Lakers all day long, and it's necessary because the signings of Trevor, Ariza, and Ellington, both wings having size and knockdown shooters, good veterans. With the Lakers roster, it's hard to imagine the team not average over 120 points a game and be top 3 in scoring, having so many options. Ariza, a vet minimum, passed around like a blunt over the last year, didn't even play a game for OKC, but good enough to start at the small forward spot with the Heat. 28 minutes, still averaged 9 points a game. Although he's 36, can still play 20 minutes and knock down a couple jumpers when needed. Always been a solid journeyman. Likely won't play at the end of close games rotation, but always can do damage. If other guys get in foul trouble, bringing in depth, while Ellington on the other hand, very similar numbers to Ariza. His second stint with the Lakers in 2015, averaged 9.6 points on 42% from deep with the Pistons last season. A bad team, started most of those games, a player that was easily in LA's radar to see what he has left. If he struggles, the Lakers simply won't play him, but if he's hot, he can be in the rotation, knocking down triples. Talen Horton-Tucker, 3 years, $32 million for a 20-year-old. A season ago, played 20 minutes a game off the bench, averaged 9 points, 16 points per 36. Resigning him was crucial after the loss of the hustling and energetic Alex Caruso. Horton-Tucker was warming up to be a 6-man candidate potentially. One would believe he would be included in the Westbrook trade, but the Lakers not even having to trade him. Rich Paul making sure he stayed put in LA, thanks because of LeBron thinking highly of him. Horton-Tucker making improvement over the last 2 seasons as a second rounder. Rob Pelinka doing a hell of a job. That's already 5 winners for the Lakers. I'm not going to say the signings of Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony. Both were somewhat winners in my opinion, but at the tail end of their careers, it's impossible to play everybody big minutes for LA. Those signings were inevitable to say the least. Kent Bazemore was just average for Golden State last season anyway, but anything short of a title for the Lakers would be a major disappointment. All the other contenders in the West consider losers given what the Lakers have done, but I'm going to say the Golden State Warriors getting Otto Porter Jr., a low-key steal, who turned down the mid-level exception elsewhere to play for Dub Nation. Porter Jr. already a $100 million contract guy already, unlike Ellington and Ariza for the Lakers. Porter still 28 years old, but has some injury concerns the last few seasons, getting him for the lowest, a win-win for a guy to only play about 42 games the last 2 seasons, average double digits, nowhere close to a star player, but the perfect definition of a role guy, did his best work with the Wizards, capable of averaging close to 15 points a game if he can stay healthy as a starting 3, before the injuries and the dysfunctionality of the Wizards needing to get rid of his fat contract. Porter was shooting over 43% from deep in 2017 and 2018. Many assists from John Wall. If he can get back to that level, a low chance, high reward situation for Golden State, although they need to do more and get a lot more guys to compete with the Lakers, a good stepping stone for Bob Myers. Jeff Green to the Denver Nuggets. Uncle Jeff getting the minimum for years is an absolute travesty. The fact that Jeff Green only made $75 million for his long NBA tenure, but getting around $2 million each of the last 3-4 seasons, helped the Cavs win Game 7 against Boston in 2018, was a huge boost to the Rockets in the 2020 bubble. Amazing for the Nets in Game 5 when KD dropped 49. Uncle Jeff the only other Net that helped the team win. 2 years for $10 million. The soon-to-be 35-year-old plays hard, knows the game well, and will get plenty of jams and easy looks from Jokic. Average 11 points for Brooklyn, going 41% from 3. Will have a similar role for the Nuggets. Expect Jokic to remain a high-level MVP candidate. What a fit. Steal, of course, the Chicago Bulls getting Lonzo Ball, 4 years, $85 million, getting rid of guys who barely helped the team. The Pelicans are a dumpster fire. While the Bulls' girl pack days feels like it's a thing in the past, the franchise brighter days ahead. At least they should be able to make the playoffs, desperately in need of a point guard to complement Zach LaVine. What other player to get than the 24-year-old Lonzo, who can improve on his outside shooting, which he did, won't need to average more than 20 a game because having Nikola Vucevic. While DeMar DeRozan, a very weird fit, giving up Thaddeus Young, Al-Farouq Aminu, and 3 fits. Now Zach LaVine doesn't have to take 25 shots a game. DeMar at 32 years old doesn't need to score 20 a game, but has proven to be a solid 20-point scorer. The Bulls' offense, very confusing in my opinion with DeRozan. But the franchise, they can't afford to stink too long, so why not risk that? But I do love the Lonzo Ball decision. Of course, I also love the Alex Caruso decision, who plays hard, has good instinct, a winning player. Bulls fans will have somebody to cheer for off the bench. While Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks, a steal for the team at 2 years, $9 million. The fact that PJ Tucker, at 36 years old, received 2 years worth $15 million reminds me of Miami trying to sign Andre Iguodala from 2 seasons ago. Iggy was way past his prime with Miami. Tucker will clearly slow down, being his age, while Portis only 26, still has room to grow and plays hard, played like the second best player in Game 6 of those finals, will be getting plenty of minutes, a Milwaukee fan favorite for sure. Of course, we can't forget about the Brooklyn Nets, who signed a 1-year qualifying offer of $4.7 million to Bruce Brown, played an important role as a starter and off the bench as well. In many games, in key moments, hustles at will, always at the right place at the right time, crashing the glass, getting easy shots. The soon-to-be 25-year-old literally given up on by the Pistons, finding himself in a contending situation, while Patty Mills, 2 years, $12 million, pretty much Landry Shamet's replacement. Mills a better shooter, fits perfectly into the Nets rotation, and been in plenty of big playoff games, will be utilized the same way Joe Harris has been. Does what Joe Harris is supposed to do in the playoffs and not break every single damn 3 when the Nets need a basket. Mills will prove vital come winning time, taking Brooklyn's mid-level exception, why not? And Blake Griffin taking the minimum, proved he can still produce and play serious minutes in big playoff games for Brooklyn. Down the stretch, not asked to do too much, will get his buckets and make hustle plays, frustrates the heck out of opponents with his antics, kind of like a Dwight Howard role in my opinion, but better. Cameron Payne for the Phoenix Suns, 3 years, $19 million, a steal for the Suns. We know DeAndre Ayton's gonna get paid soon, so will the contracts of Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Phoenix will still need to get guys to contend with a fully healthy Lakers team. Who do you guys think is the biggest steal in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, anything basketball that will interest you. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Once again, thank you very much for your support. I love all of you. See you next time.